and love, family. Hey. This is Sister Naira, your host of the Heal on Purpose podcast, hosted by the Repair of the Black Family. I am truly excited tonight as we have another powerful guest, a beautiful sister that is going to come forth tonight and give us her testimony. Come on now, it's the power of a story. And so, as we are striving to bring forth content that will constantly keep us evolving as it relates to the family unit, eradicating generational drama, limiting beliefs and self-sabotage and behavior patterns that will take us in a direction to create generational healing, generational wealth. And tonight, I believe that I have another powerful guest that will add value to your lives, add value to your process. And so all I ask as you come in, if you are on my Facebook page, to go ahead and follow my page. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you are on the podcast, go ahead and follow the podcast. So every single week you get another powerful testimony that will continue to add value to your family process. And with that being said, this is an engaging conversation, y'all. So you can always drop questions in the comments. You can shoot me some yellow hearts if you rock with Sister Naira and the Repair of the Black Family. Y'all know I love them yellow hearts. So go ahead and drop some hearts. And as a student, I always encourage people to take notes, right? Because some things are taught and some things are caught. So says my mentor, Les Brown. Some things are taught and some things are caught. So if you want to catch some jewels that my dear sister is going to bring forth today, I had a beautiful conversation with her. I would definitely say, go ahead and bring a pen and a piece of paper. Now, as I sit here, I know I can say a lot, but the story is not about me. So I'm about to bring my guest on. I'm going to introduce my beautiful sister. Her name is Sister Aleda Duncan, which means, y'all, let me break this down. Aleda means God's highest disciple. Ooh, I gotta say that again because it just runs so beautiful in my spirit. Aleda means God's highest disciple. She's 31. She's a mother. She's a business owner of a new vision. She lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. She has her bachelor's degree in social work, and now she's going into the master's program. Matter of fact, she has so many more attributes and qualities, gifts, skills, and talents. We're just only giving you a few, but I'm very excited to bring forth my dear, beautiful Sister Aleda. Come on in, sister. How are you?
Peace, Queen. Thank you. It's a blessing to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Peace. It's my honor. Peace and blessings. And look, I understand the language of Ashe, right? We're gonna go ahead and put that there, right?
Yes.
So I say to that, I mean, and whatever else other people like to say. But I love to speak the language of my people. So I say to that. And so thank you so much for being a visionary.
Thank you. Thank you, Gladys. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much for the trials and tribulations of being a woman, and a woman that's striving to bring forth and make a difference, right?
Yes.
And so as I get ready to get into the story, I read a little bit about you, but let me ask you this for the listening audience: how do you show up in the world? Like,
well,
something that you want us to know.
Yes. Well, we spoke earlier. I gave you a brief rundown of what I'm currently going through regarding my healing journey. And I'm still healing because when I was younger, what I went through, it takes a piece of you. So I'm in the part of rebuilding. I'm finding my true self. So I'm working on overcoming anxiety, fear, all of that. And I really consider myself as the phoenix rising out of the ashes. And I give all praises to my ancestors and to the Most High. So, yes.
That's key. It seems like we're not going to take no time with getting this conversation there. That's key. And you said something very key, rising as a phoenix, and that's my logo, right? And
Wow.
it's so important. Yes. The Repair of the Black Family, when you get an opportunity, go look at the logo. It's the Phoenix Rising.
Okay.
And it's so key and it's so important to show up as a healing woman, right?
Right.
One that knows where she is, right? Knows how to accept, acknowledge, and then be.
Right.
And
Right.
so as we are closing out 2023 and we going in 2024, what are you becoming as a woman that's in transition and healing?
I really believe that I am finally stepping into the God path, the goddess path that the creator and my ancestors have aligned for me. Not to put myself on a high pedestal or anything, but I do feel that, and actually, I can get a little spiritual sometimes. I had, a sister from Africa. She's a prophetess, and she told me that my ancestors chose me to be the one to carry on this bloodline and break generational curses and tear down certain demonic ancestral altars and truly represent the bloodline the way that the supreme divine creator has called the bloodline to be represented as. It's a lot of things that I found out about my family, a lot of things that I'm trying to work on, a lot of fasting, a lot of prayer, a lot of devotion, a lot of acknowledgement to the ancestors. So, I'm just taking the torch and just trying to be what the creator and my guides and my ancestors have called me to be.
That is absolutely beautiful. Now, I said your name and I got it off of Facebook, but I do see a new here. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me give and thank you for acknowledging. Before I go further, all right, let me slow down because I'm matching your energy here. So energy recognize energy, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Before I go any further, I want to thank you for acknowledging the ancestors, right? Because what they have done to pave the way for us to stand, to
Yes.
be, and to become, and to really honor their works and not to be forgotten.
Exactly.
Never to be forgotten, and I say that with so much love and passion and acknowledgement as well to the ancestor because ancestors, those who paved the way, right? Um, of my bloodline and not. Um, I remember when my father was transitioning, the one of
Wow.
the things he did not want, and he verbalized it, is he didn't want to be forgotten. And
Yes.
so, with that being said, I honor my dad. I honor my ancestors in speaking about them, communicating, right? Remembering them in the family gather, telling their stories as much as I
Yes.
know, right? The good, bad, and indifferent, because it all serves in the journey, right?
Yes.
Um, so when you say the ancestors, I'm not spooky about that, and I don't want my audience to be spooky about it, right? Because we
Yeah.
have to know how to stand on truth. We have to know how to stand in honor, and this is how we keep the generations from being lost,
Yeah.
right? Right, the knowledge of the family being lost because we constantly bring forth their remembrance. So I just wanted to
Exactly.
stop right there and acknowledge you as far as that relates. All right.
Goddess, thank you so
So
much.
for those that are listening, if you agree, just go ahead and drop us some fire on that one.
Yes.
Drop us some fire if you agree with that. And so what does a new mean?
Okay, well, again, I was speaking about the Sumerian gods. It's all connected to ancient Egypt and all of that. It's our history. The goddess, the goddess Inanna, the god Anu, it represents power, strength, the Most High. It represents vitality. It represents power. And so I feel that the Creator led me to that name because essentially it represents my transitioning to my healing phase and my growth and the example that I'm trying to set for my daughter and my nephews and my nieces. What I really take from that name is the high vibrational aspect of the Most High. And what is the Most High? The Most High is all things, even what you would consider, even what the human mind would consider bad. This is what makes the Most High great. Even the Bible would say the great and terrible God. I think a lot of humans, our brains can't really fathom who the creator is, because you have to remember he made our brains, so we're only getting like a small portion of who the creator truly is. So I put that stamp on it. I take it as my ancestors and the Most High and my spirit guides, they're all walking with me. They're cheering me on, because the things that I've gone through, Goddess, it really broke me down. I remember times of wanting to, just leave this world, just so much that I've been through ever since I was in the womb. These dark forces, these low vibrational entities were attacking me, trying to take me out. I was even told, one time that I was cursed. So to even be on a platform like this with a goddess like yourself, maybe I'm proving the witch wrong. Maybe I'm not cursed, and the things that I've accomplished, like you said, getting my bachelor's and getting my master's. And, like I said, right now I'm working on my doctorate and my license. So I do feel that all souls come here to Earth to experience this school, because we all understand that Earth is a low vibrational realm, but we come here because we make the choice to come here, and the Creator gives us a chance through the recycling of souls. Okay, this time I'm going to come to Earth and I'm going to get it right. I'm going to master my higher self. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that I'm here again because I believe I've had many lifetimes. And I feel that I'm here again, Queen, to truly get it right this time. And I feel that one of the missions when we come here is to get something right. And I feel this time my main thing is to overcome fear. That is something that was instilled in me as a child through the abuse, through the physical abuse, the sexual abuse. And I believe that spirits work through people to abandon you, to abuse you, and to keep you on a low vibrational frequency, so you can have blinders on where you can't see your true self. You can't see your true destination. So I'm currently at 31 years old, finally trying to maneuver through this, and really put on the power that the Creator has given me, the mantle of power that the Creator has bestowed upon me. And they're just waiting on me to walk through it. And, like I said, even being on this show, Queen, is such a high honor, because I've been following you for a few years and just looking at how the ancestors use you in your power, and you walk with so much power and so much authority. And you are someone, you're living your purpose. You're giving sisters like me a chance. I see the other beautiful sisters you've had on your platform. You are stepping into your power. You've stepped into your power. And I believe just even this interview today, it's just my ancestors saying, see, Queen, I can set you in places of high position with a goddess such as you, to show me that, yes, there is hope. And I am beginning to step into my destiny and my calling. And I apologize for being long-winded.
No, sister, listen, this is a space, and I believe, and first and foremost, thank you. Right. And maybe everybody don't know, we've never met face to face. This is our first time seeing each other face to face. This is our first time talking to one another. Mm-hmm. We only know each other through interaction of Facebook, right? Yes. And I believe that the spirit knows the spirit. Yeah. Right, we know one another by our spirit, so I'm attracted to the energy, right? And so, with that being said, what I am listening to in your power, I'm listening to the of a woman that's self-aware, and you're not shy in hiding your truth, right? Which brings us to the subject title, Living My Truth. And so I like to create spaces where people can be who they are, and as a culture of people, we have to learn how to grant space, grant beingness to an individual, and don't stunt one another's growth, because we may or may not have the same views. Make sense? So you being able to express who you are, that's the majesty of Almighty God Allah, the Creator, right? That we can share space in His universe and honor one another in this space. So I honor you. And so as you were speaking about, taking this walk and maneuvering through this thing called life. Come on now. Yes. Maneuvering through this thing called life, learning lessons, right? You're not alone. You have a beautiful daughter. Tell us about this daughter as we're going to backtrack to the story a little bit, but I want to hear about your beautiful daughter, as you maneuver through this life lesson called life. God gave you a lesson in your daughter. So tell me about your daughter. What is her name?
Her name is Adana Amunette Duncan. Yes.
Wow. And tell me a little bit about her.
Okay, well, Adana, she recently turned 8 back in June. She's a Gemini. And,
Mhm.
I really, and of course, later on in the conversation, I'll give you the backdrop of how she even came to be. But I believe that the Most High sent her to me because I've always, like I said, been very shy, very nervous, battling the demon of fear, and just very close to myself, not really, out there, very extremely introverted. Meanwhile, my daughter, I feel that we're the yin and the yang, the sun and the moon. I will consider her the sun because she shines. She's a very vibrant young lady, very creative. Literally 2 days ago, I bought her a sewing machine. She's just very creative. And I know that Geminis are naturally creative, but she's into art, sketching. She told me that she wants to be a fashion designer in the future. So that's why I went ahead and bought her, the sewing machine. So bought her some fabric. So she's 8 years old. She's working on making clothes. She likes to design little bracelets, jewelry. She's just very creative, and she's a comedian. In the past, when she would see me crying, going through things with her dad, she would, take my hand and she'd say, "Mom, don't cry." She's just a very anointed, special child. I feel she's like a star seed or an indigo seed. I feel that the Most High sent her here to bring light into my life, because if it wasn't for Adana, Miss Amunet, I really feel like I would still be stuck in that gloomy, dark stage. And that's so low vibrational. The creator does not want us in a state of fear, in a state of sadness, in a state of gloom, because it dims your light, and your light is supposed to shine. So one of the reasons that I go so hard is I want to give her an example of what it means to have work ethics, step into your power, become your own business owner. And I feel that I've already given her the foundation, and I know that she's just going to be phenomenal. She's going to be a phenomenal young lady.
Absolutely. And I can feel that as I look at you and the way you articulate yourself,
Thank you.
being a very spiritual woman,
Thank
uh,
you.
setting the example of healing. Okay.
Yes.
Because we need that, especially with that mother-daughter relationship,
Yes.
because we come through, with my understanding and learning, we come through we know we come through the wombs of our mothers, but what is the condition of the womb space? At the time
Yes.
of conception, thought are things, right? And so, as we are healing ourselves and healing our womb spaces, so that children can come through the womb space, um,
Exactly.
they come through a healed womb or a healing womb, because when you talk about ancestral energy, all of that collective information in our DNA
Yes.
is in the womb space as well. And so, to hear you articulate your spirituality and your healing, passing that on to your daughter, what the future is going to look like. It's going to look very bright for you in your bloodline.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and what is one of the essential principles that you would say that you have given to her as taking back her power, as our listeners are listening, that somebody can take your story and say, you know what? Because I heard this, sister, I can literally implement this in my life, especially when it comes to raising children, mothers and daughters in particular. What is one essential principle that you can say that you've given to your daughter that we can take from you?
Stand in your truth. Stand in your power. No one can take that away from you. I'm actually trying not to get emotional. And the reason why I've been, even like, my nieces as well. I have a niece, she's very gifted. Her name is Nasia. She's also extremely talented. And I tried to instill into her and my daughter, stand in your truth and your power. No one can take that away from you. Even if you feel all hope is lost, there's nothing you can do, man. You have your truth and you have your power. And I feel that that is the basis, that is the foundation of life itself. I believe that that is the foundation where everything operates through: your goals, your demand of self, what, the lens that you see the world through. I just feel like that is the foundation of your life, of your own soul's purpose. Again, going back to what I was saying, souls come here here. They have a purpose. They have a destiny to fulfill. You know, it's a part of the reincarnation, incarceration cycle. We're on this planet serving a life sentence, but it's what you make it though. And that goes back to your power and your truth. No entity, no soul can, no being can take that away from you. So yeah.
Wow, thank you. Stand in your truth, right? Reclaiming your power. And I could truly say that, you know, to know that and operate in that, it changes the dynamics of the whole family, right?
It does.
Especially when a woman can bring forth her power. And let's say this, you know, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that 75% of the work is with the woman.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
When you teach a man, this is the messenger, this is the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When you teach a man, you teach an individual. But when you teach a woman, you teach a whole nation. Come on now, right? So teaching your daughter to stand in her power. Power means one who can change and influence behavior patterns, right? So we are eradicating generational trauma. That's power. You're changing. You're changing the behavior patterns that our ancestors and our mothers and our fathers didn't have this type of opportunity in this dispensation of time to be able to change the things that we got an opportunity, because all struggle is ordained for character building.
Yes.
So to take forth our power and to bring it and to be able to change the family dynamic that we're gonna leave legacy that the next generation can step in and say, I've arrived to this point because of the work that was done before me. And that's why I love, you know, honoring those who have come before me, because I wouldn't be the woman that I am. I couldn't sit on here and talk about healing on purpose if I didn't go through my own trials and tribulations, right?
Girl.
You know, that story of how I got over. So with that being said, you know, on this journey, on this healing journey, as we are looking at the essence of life, and all struggle is ordained, no matter how we name that struggle, no matter how we define it, it's ordained, right? So with that being said, that's how I view it. It's all for us to learn that lesson for elevation. And so with that being said, you know, you had to go through some things, or you went through some things, and we titled this "Living My Truth," right? what exactly, how did you come up? What defines that for you, living my truth?
Can I give you the backstory of, you know, how I actually got to this place in time, if we have time, Queen? Okay. As I mentioned earlier when we were speaking, and I'm gonna keep it very brief. Okay, like I said, my mom was on, you know, crack cocaine when she was pregnant with me, and those were just demons that she was battling, because she's very spiritual, very strong woman of God. But when you talk about how you talk about our women and what we went through, see, this trauma comes from slavery. It's embedded in our DNA, what our ancestors had to go through. My great grandmother, she died with my grandmother in childbirth. My grandmother had my mom when she was 15, moved to New Jersey, gave my mom away. My mom was adopted by this older couple. My mom got pregnant by a 25-year-old when she was 12, lost a baby at 13. She was a tomboy. She's running around playing. She goes to use the bathroom. The fetus drops in the toilet. You know, blood is all over the floor. Then fast forward, she's on drugs with me. But clearly the Most High and my gods, they kept me safe in the womb, you know, but it just goes to show you that trauma. So this goes back to what I was saying about why I'm so big on setting a great example for my daughter and for my niece. We have to. And like I was saying, you know, I had a sister from the motherland, from Africa. She said that the ancestors have called me to be the generational curse breaker. That's why I was so angry when I feel like my life didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. I was still, you know, a virgin at 21 years old, and then I met my child's father, and I just feel like you have to be careful about what you boast and brag on, because I used to judge sisters who were single mothers, right? And I used to judge sisters who weren't virgins, and look what happened to me. You know, I thought we were going to get married. It never got to the married part. You know, we were engaged or whatever. And the brother, he turned to, well, I don't want to bash him, but he's battling his own demons. He has things he has to correct in his own bloodline. But I became a statistic, Queen. And that's something I never wanted to become. And I'm like, wow, I'm just continuing this generational curse. So that's why now at 31, um, I'm making it my business. I know the world is very free thinking now, do what you want to do, but no, you have to understand that the womb is sacred. The womb is a portal for souls to come through. So that's very divine. That's very sacred. And I don't believe in a queen sharing her body to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. And that's one of the main things that I instill in my daughter and my niece. You know, you have to value yourself. And I think all young women should know that. And I feel that the media and the government, they're doing things on purpose, like with promoting a sexy red and all of these lost sisters who are brain dead. And they're doing that on purpose to disrupt the Black womb. Everything came from the Black womb, you know? So we have to take care of that. We have to take care of the mother first, you know? And I just feel that that is why I'm on this mission and I'm on this goal to continue my education and to continue growing my business, you know, so these young sisters out here can have something to look forward to. And again, shout outs to you, Queen, because you inspire me. I watch you and I'm like, man, this is what I want to be. You know, I take bits and pieces of your life and how you're navigating through and how you're living your purpose. And I'm like, wow. You know, so again, sisters like you, sisters like Shahrazad Ali, Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, all of these great divine sisters, these are who I look up to, you know. So.
Wow, I got chills all over my body as you were speaking about the death culture when it comes to the Black woman.
Woof, girl.
And how we have to announce our sacredness, guard our sacredness. This is what I got from you. Protect our sacredness. And the way we do that, sister, is furthering the conversations that we are sacred women.
Yes.
That we are God women. And thank you for the acknowledgement of my work, but your work is even greater, right? Because you have the knowledge of yourself. That's what it's going to take. Y'all write this in the comments. It's going to take, so teaches the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And that's my reference point, right?
Yes.
It's going to take a thorough knowledge of ourselves. Yes. Not just of what has happened to us, of the coming through the channels of slavery.
Oh my God.
Greater than that. That's what I learned. I didn't just learn it, but I got to touch it. I got to feel it when I went to Egypt. I got to feel the energy of the gods, of those who came before us, those great women that was leading dynasties.
Oh my God.
14 years old, right? So for me, it shattered the limited understanding, not knowledge, because you can have knowledge, but what do you understand? It shattered. Ooh, let me say that again. You can have knowledge.
Yes.
But what do you understand? So in all thine get understanding. And I don't just strive for understanding. I strive to ask Allah to give me wisdom.
Yes, yes, yes.
So when I went back to Egypt, this is coming from you. This is what the energy that I'm picking up. When I went back to Egypt, it shattered my limited understanding.
Yes.
Of just coming through the struggle of slavery, because I'm in that. I'm on that, right? But to go and touch those pyramids, to walk up in those pyramids and know the foundation that is only up from here. Yes. I went back to the motherland to reconnect.
Yes, yes.
My energy, my frequency. So I can come back and say that God is real.
Yes.
And he loves us beyond measures. But we are the ones, and I've seen it with my own eyes. We put the sun, the moon, and the stars in the universe. Come on now.
Come on, girl. You got it, Gladys.
We know the land. Right? And I was able to feel it and touch it and be it. And all things do come through the womb space of the Black woman.
Woo! Yes.
So, with that being said, you know, I totally honor and I know what you're saying, and I feel what you're saying, but I've walked that path have to, and it's so important for those of us that's listening. You got to reconnect. We're more than, and we are not down. I don't down any Black woman to the degree that I don't, to the degree that consciously, right? But we not gonna fall into the sexy red and all of these
girl.
Right? We gotta lift them up just by speaking it. We're changing the dynamics of the universes, right? Of the galaxies. That's why words are so powerful. Life and death. The life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Yes.
And when the woman speak, my God,
girl, my God,
we create heaven on earth, girl. I'm getting this off you. I told you I'm feeding off your energy.
right.
I said, okay. And so this is the power of the village.
Yes, the village. Oh my God.
This is the power of the village. When you got women that can come together. Right now, we're giving birth. We're giving birth to a whole new reality for those who may listen to this podcast and may have not, tapped into, well, let me go back a little bit further. Let me acknowledge the sacredness of the womb space, and not just for women, men too.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So where, and I hear you and I honor you in what you say, I became a statistic, but your story is the story that's going to help the next generation. So I always tell myself, and I hope that you can see it from this viewpoint, that's your cross.
Yes, Queen, you're right.
It's your cross. It's the struggle that you had to bear for a greater purpose.
You're right.
Right? So I just want to encourage you to be victorious in that story. I went through this. Come on now, how I got over.
How I got over, girl.
God, Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes.
He gave me this quote, like literally, like he gave it to me for me. How I got over, right?
Yes.
And so anytime I'm going through something, I know I'm going to get over. But it's not just getting over, it's the how. And that's where you have to take charge. Yes. That's where you got to respond. Right? Yes. That's where, not react, respond. How am I going to do this? And you're the maker.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let me be quiet.
Oh my God, girl. You said a word. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So I just want to thank you. And it just shows the type of woman that you are and who you are becoming. You're an author.
Thank you.
Right? Tell me about this book.
Yes, I had a spell where I was just kicking out books back to back. This was like 2019, 2020, before I started my business. I'm a poet essentially, but my books are comprised of, a compilation of short stories and poetry. Since, I've been so busy with, studying for my licensure and being a mom and running this business, I haven't been able to get into my authorship, but I am a self-published author of 6 books. They're all available on Amazon. All you have to do is type in Aleda Duncan and you'll see my books. But I've grown so much, and I feel that the Most High is taking me through a season where I'm just getting myself established mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I feel that there is a great book in the works, and I feel that this one will be comprised of like my journey, my life story. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. And I believe that there's a story in all of us. One of my master teachers, Queen of Four, she said there's a book in all of us.
Yes, I love
that. Yeah. And so having the courage to tell your story is life-changing. So keep telling your story, sister. Keep telling your story. And so just give us one of the names of the books so that they can type it in. Which one would you tell them? Okay, I got 6 out there, but this is the must-have.
I think, well, I would say that Gumbo is my favorite book. It's a compilation of short stories and also poetry. And, like I said, I'm from the low country part of South Carolina. They call us Gullah Geechee. And also have Creole ancestry. My grandmother her origins is from Louisiana. So it's a lot of magic in my bloodline. And Gumbo is comprised of that. Some of the characters are based off of my grandmother, my mom, the spiritual practices, also some of the things that they went through, navigating through life, some of the things that I went through. So a lot of my characters and a lot of my poetry is inspired by my upbringing, people that I've, met through the years. Gumbo is gumbo. It's so many things thrown into that pot, to make that book what it is. And I would say that is my favorite book out of all that I've written. Yes.
Okay, y'all, go get Gumbo because I'm gonna get it. Go on Amazon and get the book and tonight. So let me just say this. Spiritually, I've always announced this, that I'm gonna move to the Carolinas. If I don't move there, I'm gonna buy me a home. Right?
Yes.
What side, south or north, I don't know, but I just believe that there's something in me that wants to live in the Carolinas. And I remember coming up, I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida, little country. I'm not gonna say big country. Anyway, I'm from St. Petersburg. But anyway, when you mix your food up a certain way, they'll call you Geechee, right? So, you Geechee, So with that being said, I do believe that I have ancestral history, in particular in the Carolinas, and I'm definitely going to go and explore. I want to know about, I want to feel the energy. I want to know about that. So I'm going to go there and explore that in the near future, very, very soon. And so as we talk about being a mother, we talk about the struggle, we talk about the healing, now let's talk about a Black woman in business. Come on, man.
Okay, so I started my business back in 2020, and I received my LLC in 2021. And again, like I said, the Most High, he just showed me in a vision, the herbs that would make the hair grow. And, it was a blessing to me because, coming from the background, like I said, my mom, she owned a hair salon. She was a master barber and beautician. So hair was always a big thing in our household. And, I'm open with my story. I suffer from anemia. So I have, issues with like hair thinning, hair shedding, and the iron pills that I was taking wasn't really helping that much. So then, like I said, like when the Most High gave me ingredients, and then I started testing the oil on myself, my mom, my aunt and my daughter, and I saw that it was like growing our hair and thickening our hair. I said, okay, I'm going to turn this into a legit business. So fast forward 2021, I decided to get my LLC, and now my business has flourished. I do a lot of traveling as a vendor. Going from state to state and things like that. And, I have a men's line now as well for the beard. I have, the butters, the shampoos, the pomades for men and women. And, I just plan on expanding this business. Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Now I caught something here. Remember, some things are taught and some things are caught. So I caught something here. You said that, the Most High gave you a vision. Come on now. He gave you that vision. And see, it's not just, listen, y'all, listen, as you're listening to this, write this down. It's not just about receiving a vision. It's being obedient in the vision.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So you got this vision from on high, and
Yes.
you had the faith.
Yes.
You had the focus, and you have the follow through. Yes. And then you gave birth to what was given to you. Come on now.
Yes, Goddess, definitely.
Yes. So where there's no vision, the people shall perish. And here it is. You had to go through your house thinning in order to give us something so we could grow our hair. Now, I want y'all to hear this very well. So many people, in particular women, suffer from anemia.
Yes.
And as a result, we go through a lot of different changes. So our health is our wealth.
Yes.
And so here it is. You done created this oils and all of this stuff out of a vision.
Yes, definitely.
And now you're traveling all around the world.
Yes.
Deliver. We're gonna go ahead and announce that we're gonna go ahead and prophesy. You're gonna travel all around the world. Products.
Yes. You know what, sis? I've actually had so far 2 international orders. It was actually 3. It was a sister in London. She ordered. It was a brother stationed in Afghanistan. He ordered, and it was a brother in Johannesburg, South Africa, who ordered. So far, I've had 3 international orders, and that's such a blessing. I even saved the labels just as like a souvenir to like, wow, I've had 3 international orders. So Yeah.
Well, let me just say this. Okay, this is to my listening audience. I do have an audience, very vast and broad. Okay, literally around the world. Okay, I got people all over in Turkey, friends, like people listen to my podcast all around. And I'm not just talking about social media, I'm talking about literally on the podcast. It's a growing, expanding podcast. So if you are listening to me tonight, and you are interested in getting your hair growing, looking luxury, girl, we love our hair, girl. We love our hair, right? I'm going to ask that you support my sister, whoever is listening, I'm going to ask that you support. But those that's international, y'all go ahead and say, Sister Nayera referred me, okay? And what is your website so that the people that's listening and can't see that they can get your website?
Yes, so my website is www.authoraleda.com/shop. Yes, you can go directly to the products. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and spell it for them.
Yes, it's www.authoraleda.com/shop SHOP.
Okay, and that is a New Vision LLC. My goodness. So as we are getting ready to wrap this up,
yes,
my beautiful sister, I have one question for you.
Okay.
Let's just take you, in the context of healing, what took you so long, as it relates to that aspect? What would you say?
Oh God. Forgiving myself. Isn't that crazy? You being influenced by outside forces that you have no control over, and somehow you victimize yourself weirdly, but I don't know, it's like I was living in this constant victim mentality stemming from the sexual abuse at 4 years old, and the verbal and mental and emotional abuse I went through with my child's father, and having no self-esteem. People talk about low self-esteem. No, I had none. I would remember I wouldn't even, like, when I would go to the restroom, I would turn off the lights. I didn't even want to look at my face. People would tell me that, oh, you're so pretty. And I couldn't see what other people saw in me. And, I live in my truth. Sometimes I still battle with that. So when you talk about healing on purpose, I am healing on purpose. I can't walk around here and I'm a business owner and I have my daughter and my niece looking at me. I have to stand. Let's go back to standing in my truth, standing in my power. I'm learning to love myself. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to get on here all high and mighty. Oh, I'm healed. Oh, I love. No, I'm working on it at 31 years old. Everybody's healing journey is different. Some people are more spiritually and emotionally stronger than others, but for me, it's just a journey that I'm still on, and I know that the Most High is going to get me through this, but it starts with me first, so
yes. Wow, that is such a powerful statement, and I believe true healers are always in that process.
Yes.
Yeah, we're always in that process. So thank you so much for sharing that, from coming from victim to victorious. Every day is a day that we win. All I do is win, 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 yes, win, no matter what. No matter what. Come on, y'all, put that in the comments. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. And that's a mindset. I truly believe that healing is a mindset, and not just a mindset, but how you feel. Every single day, and ensure that you feel good, right? And so I'm going to put this up before I ask you your closing remarks. Now, y'all heard her talk about it, but y'all got to see it, okay? This is that hair serum. Okay, it promotes healthy hair. Girl, I need some because I'm trying to get my hair down. I'm trying to get my hair down to the floor.
Yes,
right. Yes. It removes dandruff, scalp circulation with vitamin C.
Yes,
it's absolutely amazing. Now, I haven't tried, and I'm leaving it here so that they can see it, but I haven't tried your hair serum. But I met you actually by seeing your products on social media. And I brought the sea moss soap, which I'm encouraging you to start making that again.
I will. I definitely will.
And I'm telling you, this sister put so much love in her products. It's all packaged, very beautiful. Her energy is just all throughout her products. So I definitely encourage you all. I support her brand 1000%. Okay. And that's how I got the opportunity. That's how our paths crossed, is by me supporting my sister.
Thank you.
Right. I didn't know a thing about you. I just love the way you put yourself out there, and I supported your business. And from there, we have had interactions through via social media, but I believe we're connected like soul sisters. This was we were supposed to reunite, right? To ignite others in this journey called healing and love. Right. Loving someone, you don't have to physically know that person, but I love you, and I thank you. I thank you for going through what you had to go through so that I can, be a part of your story, be a part of your journey, and encourage others to learn and gain from what you had to go through and what you're going through for a higher calling. And I pray that our ancestors are proud of us, right? Ashe on that we are standing in their honor and we're lifting them up, right? So that people are going to continue to do the work. So 3 points, 3 points that you want as a result of the audience listening, for whoever listens to this, either now and come back whenever, however. But because they heard you, Sister Aleda, what is 3 points that you want them to know? And as y'all listen, please write this down. Whether you're on YouTube, write it down. Write it down for yourself. Listening on a podcast or in Facebook, put it in the comments. What is 3 points you want the audience to know?
Okay, first and foremost, I always have to give praises to the Most High. I have I know that I have like a deep divine connection to the Most High. And I just want to say that no matter what, you guys just put the Creator first, and they also acknowledge your ancestors, because they move through you, their spirit moves through you. So just acknowledge the Creator, acknowledge your ancestors. The second point is just love on purpose. We talk about heal on purpose, but love on purpose. When you look at Earth and the energy that's here is very dark, it's very demented. It's because the world lacks love. People are lacking love. When you look at individuals and they're so mean, and you see our brothers in these prisons, it's because they don't have love. They weren't giving love. They don't love themselves. That's my second point. My third point would be stand in your power. It goes back to our earlier conversation. No one can take that from you. No one can take your power from you. You own that. That is your soul's divine right. Yeah. Those are my 3 points.
All right. Woo, hold on, sister. You hit me with it. You hit me with it, girl. Let's recap to the best of my ability. 1, have that divine connection
to the Most High. Yes.
To the Most High. Okay.
Yes.
2 is
love on purpose.
Love on purpose. Girl, now, you know what? When I post it on Facebook, I'm going to definitely quote you. Love on purpose. Have that intentional love, right?
Yes.
And what came up in my mind was the agape love. So love on purpose. Thank you for that.
Yes.
The world do need so much love, and because of you, we're getting it today. And the last thing is, we're gonna say this: honor your ancestors. That's in connection with number 2. Honor the ancestors. And then the last one is stand in your power. All right, y'all. She gave it to us today.
Yes,
she gave it to us. So I'm gonna pull you in the back, right? Don't hang up. Definitely want to encourage people to get your products. Listen, I got a mother and daughter retreat coming up in August. I'm gonna have you there with these products, okay?
Yes, Queen, definitely. Thank you.
Hold on, let me pull you in the back. And family, as I give these beautiful announcements, we definitely want you to continue to support our dear sister. Get the products, go to her website, okay? And so let me put you in the back while I do these announcements, all right? My God, y'all, whew, Lord help me. Every time I tell y'all, it just gets better and better. It's like gumbo, okay? on the good, but as it sits, it just gets better and better. And I gotta say, what our beautiful sister came on to say, she definitely brought us more ingredients to this gumbo of healing the family dynamic. So with that being said, as we talk about the family, I definitely want you all to know that we have this program coming up. It's August 2nd. Now, listen, that is not a long time away. That's going to snap us right in the face. Quick, fast, in a hurry, and this retreat will sell out. It's mother, daughter, father, son. We are building relationships. You can be single, you can be married, mothers, daughters, fathers, and sons. It's all about relationship building, okay? If you know anything about Sister Nayera and Brother David in the repair of the Black family, our retreats are known to be 5 stars and we get results. So if you are interested in building relationships, this is a retreat that you definitely want to be a part of. We're going to ask that you go ahead and start your payment plan today because money is only a consideration. We're not going to have the money to stop you from building a relationship with the family unit. And so that's August 2nd through the 5th, okay? And we are now taking deposits. If you want more information about this, you can definitely text us Orlando at 727-623-5555. And yeah, we hit right on up into 2024. Listen, 2024, Sister Nayera's motto as a transformational life coach, my motto is this: do what works, go big and bigger. That's 2024 theme, okay? And so what we are doing, we have launched already our leadership and development program, and where we're helping you to become the leader in your life. What? Leader in your family, how to structure your family as a business, all of the tools and techniques that we have in our leadership academy. You can apply it on a personal level, a family level, a business level, community, whatever you want to do. This leadership and development training will serve the purpose of building a leader within you. All right, to use your power to influence your sphere of everybody and everything around you. Okay. And so with that being said, you can always get on a discovery call with Sister Nayera. It costs you nothing to get on the call and see if this program is for you, right? We need more leaders in the world. And so with that being said, if you are interested in the leadership program, definitely you can text us at 727-623-5555. And we'll also put the link in the comments on the social media so that way you can get on a discovery call with Sister Nayera as we help to build the leader in you. And I'm going to close out with this last thing, y'all. I know I said a lot, but I'm going to close out with this right here. Okay, we are transitioning right into the new year if God allows us to make it. And we want to cleanse in every area of life. We want you to cleanse spiritually. We want you to cleanse mentally. We want you to cleanse emotionally. We want you to cleanse physically. Okay, so I'm calling on. And I love this number. I always like to start everything baseline for 100 because that's going to give us tens of thousands one day, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start with this cleanse 100 with Sister Nayera. Look, you get a 7-day candy cleanse. It tastes so good, you won't even know that you're cleansing, okay? So if you are interested, and I'm going to say yes, be interested. I am inviting you. I am calling you to do this candy cleanse with Sister Nayera. You could go right to my website at www.repairoftheblackfamily.com. Go ahead and order your candy cleanse. Look, and if you don't start January 1st, it's okay. You could cleanse whenever you get the pack, all right? And I'm offering for those who really take me up on this cleanse 100. I am Sister Nayera. Listen to this, okay? No matter where you are in the world, I'm going to coach you for this 7 to 15 days that we are going to do a cleanse. And with that being said, I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in to the broadcast today. And if I could tell you anything, my dear sister talked about fear. If I could tell you anything, Tupac says, fear is stronger than love. So we got to be able to bring forth more love to eradicate that fear. Thank you so much for listening. As I have been able to be on this podcast with y'all today, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in to the Repair of the Black Family. And peace and love. We out of here.